the tariffs are Trump taxes. They will be passed along to consumers.
Governor Hobbs saying Trump's tariffs are taxes that will hit Americans in the pocketbook.
It's creating all kinds of chaos that, at the end of the day, is not lowering costs for anyone, which is something that this president ran on.
The president's tariffs on foreign cars and other goods are set to take effect Wednesday, which Trump has branded Liberation Day. The White House estimates it will raise about $6 trillion over the next 10 years. Outside of Republican Congressman David Schweiker's office, protesters voiced frustration with Trump's policies, including the tariffs. If the administration's estimates are right, the new tariffs would equal the largest tax increase in modern U.S. history.
You're the leader of the Freedom Caucus, Conservative Caucus. For as long as I can remember, Republicans have been against tax increases. The tariffs that are taking place have been called and described as something akin to the largest tax increase since World War II. Do you support the president's tariffs?
So I think your characterization of it is clickbait designed to push, views on your website.
At the state capitol, Republican Senator Jake Hoffman declined to say if he believes Trump's tariffs are actually tax increases. He's been a strong supporter of the president and said the tariffs are a strategy to enforce economic fairness.
Do you think a tariff is a tax, though?
I think that a tariff levels the playing field. When we have our cars getting tariffed in the double digits going into Europe, yet we're doing low single digits.
Hoffman wasn't the only conservative Republican dodging questions about the tariffs. We asked another member of the Conservative Freedom Caucus, State Representative Alexander Colladin.
Do you think they're a tax?
And he just walked away. And the attitude on tariffs among Republicans marks a clear shift for a party that was built in large part on cutting taxes, not raising prices on Americans. Back to you guys.
President Trump over the weekend said he couldn't care less if car dealers raised the prices of cars. In his mind, this is short-term pain for long-term gain. Why wouldn't any of our legislators just say that? Because that's the line from the White House.
And again, it goes back to kind of that core branding of the Republican Party. For as long as I've covered politics, you've been in the news business, they've been the party of lower regulations and less taxes. I think there's still some people are still very concerned and worried about going out there publicly and supporting tax increases. And they also, when you ask them about this, are also very much trying to support their Republican president at a time where, the president himself has said there could be some economic pain here in the future.
And what is the benchmark for what's considered short-term pain? How deep and how long? And that's the variable that we're all kind of sitting on the sidelines waiting to see.
Yeah, and the other thing, too, is we've seen, the tariffs on again, off again. I know they're supposed to take effect on Wednesday, but they remind everybody here that, the president has backed off some of these taxes in the past and renegotiated stuff. So let's wait and see what happens on Wednesday.
We'll be watching. Yeah. Thanks, Dennis.